Hey guys, this is Lance from Cinematic Galaxy here, and this is my review of the 6th Harry Potter film, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince holds the distinction of being the only Harry Potter film that I did not see in theaters for two reasons. One, because the film was actually delayed from a November 2008 release to July 2009, so that kind of lowered my interest in it a little bit. And then also because the last book had already come out, I guess, 2 years prior, 2007, so I kind of already knew what was going to happen. I already knew how the events were going to unfold, so there's no more speculating, so I didn't really have the same urgency to see this one. I did decide to buy the film, however, just because I wanted to complete my collection. This was after I saw Deathly Hallows Part 1, which I'll obviously give my opinion on that later. And also seeing Part 2 as well made me want to rewatch this one. It made me kind of look back on the series in retrospect, and I found that my opinion of this film improved greatly. And the film, like the book, might be a little lacking in action, but it makes up for it completely in that it offers plenty of exposition. And in this story, you learn the secrets of Voldemort's past, how he came to power, where he came from. And on the sideline, there's plenty of raging hormones as well. Warner Brothers was obviously pleased with the results of Order of the Phoenix at the box office, and the producers of the film obviously liked David Yates as the director enough to bring him back for this film. And I must say that he understands even more how to direct these kinds of films. The three main leads are great as always. Daniel Radcliffe is absolutely hilarious in the scene where he takes the luck potion. He has a sort of drunk exterior about him. And Emma Watson and Rupert Grint do a great job of showing the developing feelings that Ron and Hermione are having for each other. Jessie K stars as Lavender Brown in this film, a girl who is absolutely gaga over Ron, and she is hilarious in this film. Jim Broadbent stars as Horace Slughorn in this film, and I must say, while he doesn't match the physical description of Slughorn at all from the books, he does an excellent job portraying him in the film, and I really can't picture anyone else in the role. He's just so quirky and so eccentric and instantly likable. The other notable additions to this cast are Hero finds Tiffin and Frank Delane as the child and teen version of Voldemort, or Tom Riddle to be more exact, and they are both phenomenal in this role. Hero finds Tiffin. You heard finds. That's because he is Ralph Fiennes' nephew. The resemblance is very uncanny and very unnerving, and he just perfectly captures the creepiness of this child, and you just instantly you see that flicker, that evil gleam in his eyes. That's definitely the kid Voldemort right there. And Frank Delane actually replaces Christian Coulson, who played Tom Riddle in Chamber of Secrets, simply because Coulson was a little too old for the role, they felt. And Frank Delane, initially I was upset about that, but Frank Delane, in my opinion, actually plays the part better than Christian Coulson did, because with Frank Delane, you really get the sense that this kid, you know, you can understand how he fools people. He appears to be charming, he appears to be this nice, smart kid, and you just see the evil gleam in his eyes that is described from the books. It's very subtle, but it's there, and it's awesome. Alan Rickman returns as Severus Snape, and the fans of the books or people who've seen this film, you obviously know how big of a part he plays in this story, and he is once again mesmerizing as Snape. And one of the other big performances from one of the members of the returning cast would have to be Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy. I've always felt that Tom Felton was probably one of the more underrated actors of this film series, simply because he plays such a despicable character, but you really see a more vulnerable, more sympathetic side of Draco in this film, and Tom Felton pulls it off perfectly. He's always been great as Draco Malfoy, but here you really see that the guy can act. seriously though, Michael Gambon's performance is perfect in this film, and Dumbledore, I mean, in this movie, you can tell the guy's been taking baths, he's got his clothes washed, his fingernails have been cleaned and clipped, and his beard is washed and combed, and he is just so perfect in this role, and it makes what happens to him later in the film that much more effective. Nicholas Hooper once again scores this film, and he does a great job once again, probably an even better job than he did with Order of the Phoenix. And you get many emotionally powerful themes in this film, many intense themes. A lot of fans of the book are upset that a scene at the Burrow was added in this film, where there's like a fight around the Burrow with Death Eaters, and basically the Burrow gets burned down. Personally, at first I thought that was a little weird, but upon rewatching the film, I like it just because I feel like it's the Death Eaters' way of basically creating fear for the Order of the Phoenix. They're trying to create a bunch of hysteria now that Voldemort's returned and everyone knows it. They're trying to scare people. I thought it was very effective, and I like the fact that there was more Bellatrix in that scene and that you got to see Harry's anger at her for killing Sirius Black.